Hi, everybody. Kristen Lloyd here with Bariatric Mindset, and I am here to talk to you today about commitment to your journey. So, many of you know I have a best selling book, Bariatric Mindset Success, and in it, I talk about more than just the bariatric basics, but I talk about committing yourself to your journey, help you to have the mindset shifts, really to work on the overcoming emotional eating, and so many other things in this book to help you live your best life after weight loss surgery. It's available on Amazon, Kindle, and Amazon in paperback. So, the reason I bring this up is because in this book, I talk about you being committed to your journey. And one of the biggest things that I talk about is that weight loss surgery and post-op lifestyle is about the lifestyle. It's not about dieting. For so many of us, myself included, as a post-op, was on that dieting roller coaster for so long. And so what I really want to reinforce is the shift towards lifestyle change and to get away from the diet, to get away from the diet mentality, because I think that we've been in that diet mentality for so long, counting points, counting calories, and all that kind of stuff, that we really haven't made that shift to lifestyle change. And it begins with a commitment to self. It begins with a commitment to your journey. And so everybody's journey is going to be different. And so there are a couple tips that I want to talk about today that are going to help you with that commitment, but also shift the mindset focus away from the diet mentality and on the lifestyle change. And so one of those things that I want to talk about is meal planning. So meal planning will really help you shift from the old diet mentality to this long-term lasting lifestyle change, because when you start to meal prep and meal plan ahead of time, then you're actually working on these long-term goals. But again, you're setting yourself up for success. You're committing to what you're going to eat for this week. And so that is what's so important, because you're not leaving it to chance. You're not leaving it to the old thoughts of willpower. What am I going to eat tonight? What am I going to eat tonight? And then it's 9 o'clock and first of all, it's too late to eat. And then you don't know what you're going to eat. And then, oh, let me just go through the drive-through. So you've got to take back control over yourself, over your habits. And this is a lifestyle change, right? So this is going to help you meal prep, meal planning is going to help you take back control, think in advance of what you're going to eat so that you can get all of those macros. Now, I'm not a dietitian. I'm a mental health person. I'm a psychotherapist and bariatric lifestyle coach. So what I talk about with individuals is how to shift this and to do the things that you need to do. If you need help on the bariatric, like what I might call the foundations or the basics, then reach out to a dietitian who's going to tell you what to eat, right? So I'm not necessarily going to tell you what to eat other than protein first, make sure you get your water in and things like that. What is important is that you change how you think about food and that you change those habits. That's behavioral. That's my wheelhouse. That's what I help people with, to get on track with the meal planning, to get on track with their thoughts about meal planning. And if they're having any issues with the meal plan, is that self-sabotage? Is that fear of success? Is that fear of failure? And what are these other things that may come up emotionally that stop you from succeeding? And a lot of times what we see is a lack of commitment. So sometimes that lack of commitment is that, well, I don't know what I'm going to want to eat on Tuesday. And so that's why you meal plan a couple things throughout the week so that you can have a couple choices on hand and say, okay, that's what I'm having. And committing to that, but also committing to giving yourself a couple different choices is good, because then you're disciplining yourself. And in the book, I talk about discipline over willpower. It's in chapter 3. Discipline over willpower, because willpower is what you rely on when you're in a sticky situation. And then people say, well, my willpower is not that strong. I don't have any control. So the truth is that it's not about control. You put yourself in a very difficult situation and then relied on yourself to make the best decision, which is, okay, let's say the difference in a chicken sandwich and a cheeseburger. And so your brain went, oh, I really want the cheeseburger. And so that might not have been the best choice at that time. But again, you put yourself in that sticky situation. So meal planning ahead of time and thinking like, okay, what's the best thing for me? Okay, grilled chicken. Okay, some grilled fish. Okay, some grilled chicken and vegetables, something that is, again, healthy, right? Protein first, vegetables second. that's going to help you stay on track throughout the week. So things also to be tasty. Now, I'm going to be real with you here. I don't eat things that I don't like. I should probably do a whole video in and of itself about don't eat things you don't like. The old fat brain goes, oh, well, it's in front of me, so I should eat it. No. Make things that you like. Make things that are tasty. Make things that are low carb, high in protein, that are on your specific plan. That's what the meal plan is for. And make things, cook things that you like. Pinterest has a bunch of stuff. If you're not currently following me on Pinterest, you can find me on Pinterest, and I save a bunch of different pins specifically for bariatric folks, specifically for weight loss surgery folks, on motivation, which is the mindset piece, on meals, on snacks, all high protein, all low carb. Follow me on Pinterest, Bariatric Mindset. But more specifically, again, it's that commitment, it's that discipline that we're trying to work on, because that creates the long-lasting lifestyle change. It is the discipline, because what you do over time is what creates your outcome. And also, I talk about in this book, one of my favorite success books is by Darren Hardy. He writes a book called The Compound Effect. So it has nothing to do with weight loss surgery. It's strictly about success. But what he talks about is that what you do more consistently is what creates your outcome. If you had a hamburger once, it's not going to make that big of a deal if you had it like once a year. But if you eat hamburgers every single day or once a week, it's going to start to impact you in terms of your long term, because what's going to get you the results? Same thing. If you went to the gym once, you wouldn't look like a bodybuilder. It's what you do over time and what you do consistently that matters. So you've got to commit to something and do it again and again and again for you to get the results. So those are two things: really committing to your meal plan and committing to disciplining yourself and your brain to do things differently, because this is a lifestyle change. It is not a diet. So we want to shift out of that diet mentality. Likewise, when you're working out, again, because this is a lifestyle change, it's not a diet, when you commit to whatever exercise routine it is that you want, whatever fitness routine, whatever body movement routine it is, it's going to make you feel good about yourself. Whether you want to get in the pool, whether you want to do yoga, Pilates, Zumba, jump around in your kitchen, run a 5K, whatever that looks like to you. And I'm sure that there's tons of other things that you could engage in that are going to make a difference for you. But doing all of those things are going to make an impact on your lifestyle, because it's not what you do once, it's what you do every single day, the majority of your time, that makes the biggest difference. So what I encourage you today is to make one commitment to you, one baby commitment, and hopefully you'll start off with meal planning. And if you're already doing meal planning, do something else. But make a commitment to yourself for this month, whatever month we're in, and follow through on that and see how far you can get with it, right? So one day leads to the next, that leads to the next, leads to the next. So the first step is always the hardest. What's really important is that you take the step forward. And again, commitment happens every single day. You don't just commit once, you commit again and again and again and again and again, because you know that you're going to achieve your goals. You know that you're going to achieve that outcome. But what you're doing is you're changing the neural pathways in your brain. So the old habits, we have neural pathways in our brains. Everything that you've always done is what you've always done. So if you've always sat on the couch, it's going to be uncomfortable to get up and walk the first time, the second time, the third time. But the more often that you do it, you're changing those neural pathways in your brain, because now you're like, oh, I like to walk. I like to get out there. I like to do something different. And so you're changing it so that your automatic behavior is no longer going to sit on the couch, but your automatic behavior is doing something differently and walking or exercising or doing your meal planning, because that may not be what you've always done. So this is helping you to shift your habits towards this positive lifestyle change for the long term, to help you create that lasting success that you want in your life. So again, I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Focus on commitment to you. That's your challenge this month. Commit to you, one thing. Get started. We're going to rock and roll. And if you want to report your results below, send them in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and if you want to become part of my private Facebook group, it's Bariatric Mindset Mavens on Facebook. If you want to get the book and join the book club group, which is different, it's the Bariatric Mindset Success book club group. You can also find me on Facebook at Bariatric Mindset, Instagram at Bariatric Mindset. Twitter at Berry Mindset, and of course on Pinterest at Bariatric Mindset. So don't forget to subscribe and like, and we will see you on the next video. Have a great week.